So for the last 3 months, I finally got into Street Fighter 6. And I know I'm a little late, but in my defense, I'm more of a Tekken guy. I used to play Street Fighter a lot when I was little, but I I had no idea what I was doing. I'm gonna be completely honest. But yeah, as I'm playing Street Fighter, I'm having a little fun. I'm cooking. I'm lying. I wasn't cooking up my matches. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure I went on like a 5-loss win streak. I mean, win streak, a 5-loss streak. But yeah, bro, the music. Oh my god, bro, the music is phenomenal in that game, and that's what we about to be here talking about today. So without further ado, let's get it. So a few months ago, they released the trailer for Alex being in Street Fighter 6. And I started to get a little bit of FOMO. I'm not an OG. That's not a not really. I'm definitely not an OG Street Fighter fan. Like, the first Street Fighter I've ever played was Street Fighter 4 on the PS3. So yeah, that's all. The only ones I played was 4, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and then 5. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really like 5 that much. I had the I forgot what it was called. I think it was the Champion Edition on the PS4, and it came with like the Year 1 and Year 2 DLC or something like that. And Alex was part of that. I didn't know what I was doing when I was little, so I didn't really like Alex. I liked R. Mika for obvious reasons, but yeah, R. Mika, I mess with that. But yeah, so I was like, you know what? Let me see like the first iteration of Alex. So they had what's it called? The 30th anniversary collection of all the old Street Fighter games on sale. So I said, okay, I might as well just get it. I'm not gonna lie, if you played this in the arcade, bro, there's no way you put in your 3/4 to play, and you were just locked in. Like, how are you supposed to focus with this playing in your ears? Like, this song is amazing. Now, for Alex's part in Street Fighter 5, I will say, at least they did him justice with his theme. His theme was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, again, the music was never really something I paid attention to in Street Fighter. I had to, before I recorded this, I had to just sit there and listen to the theme again. It's actually pretty good. It's playing right now. You can hear it. This is the Street Fighter 5 version of the theme. And they did their thing. They didn't do nothing too crazy, like they didn't change it up too much. They remixed it a little, like they changed certain parts of the song. But for the most part, they modernized it. It doesn't sound like, it's being played through an arcade machine. But it's still the old classic Alex. So I'll give him that. Now we're finally getting into the reason why I made this video in the first place. Street Fighter 6. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little late to the party. And by a little, I mean 3 years. I did a coin toss, on whether or not I wanted to buy Tekken 8 or buy Street Fighter 6 because they both came out around the same time. And I was like, you know what? I was always more of a Tekken type of dude growing up. I really liked the Tekken games that I played. And so I was like, all right, Tekken 8. I got it when that jump first came out. Never looked back. Now it's like what, season 4 of Tekken, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not turning on Tekken until YouTube will come out. But yeah, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is Alex. They did this dude right. He came out a couple months ago. I saw the trailer and I was like, yeah, I gotta get Tekken. I gotta play Alex. I love playing grapplers, even though I suck with them. But you know, it's still fun. So I turned the game on. This dude got 2 themes. One theme, these people at Capcom hired the Jam Project to make his theme, his first theme. It's called Go Alex. Hope is Reborn, something like that. If you don't know who the Jam Project is, that's the people that made the first One Punch Man theme song. Like the first one. And then the lead singer, he made the Headchala song off Dragon Ball. I'm probably gonna play it real quick here. But yeah, that already is insane. Then on top of it, it don't really fit him though. Like in my honest opinion, it doesn't really fit him. Before I say anything else, I'm gonna just go ahead and play Like I said, it's a pretty cool theme. It's not too bad, but it don't really fit Alex. Now this is Alex's theme. This is his theme. Listen. Like I said, this is literally the best theme in the game. And I will not be taking any arguments. You can argue all you want in the comments, but this is genuinely probably the best theme in all of Street Fighter 6. But I do have one little complaint. It's not really a complaint, it's more of like a tiny little nitpick that I have about it. And it's kind of the same as his other theme. The same, like it still doesn't really fit him. Like it fits him, but now he's not really, it doesn't really fit him now because he's like a heel now. And if you don't know what a heel is, it's a wrestling term. It's literally when like a good guy, quote unquote, a good guy, all of a sudden turns into one of those dudes where like basically the people be booing him and all that in the crowd. His whole purpose is to like agitate the crowd and get the crowd as worked up as possible. The best example I can think of right now, John Cena. That was probably the most recent one that I can think of. He was literally the face of WWE for like most of my life, literally, if not all of my life. Again, I was born in 2005, so a good majority of my life he was basically the face of WWE. And then I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember if it was last year or if it was a few months ago. Time is, yeah. I really don't know. But at some point, I'm gonna just say last year. I'm pretty sure it was last year. At some point last year, he did a whole heel turn and started being like evil and being a jerk and like, oh, I hate you all. And I'm pretty sure I saw a clip. He smacked a sign out of a kid's hand or something like that. That's besides the point. That's what a heel is. Basically, it's just a good guy turn evil. That's all he is. And his theme doesn't really fit that now, in my opinion. The Jazzy NYC doesn't really fit that whole heel persona. Which I really wish they would have like leaned into that, cause like now that he's a heel, cause they made that a really big part of his character now, is the fact that he's a heel and he's being a jerk to everybody. Why would you give him this like solo leveling like main character hero theme, and then his other theme is a jazz band? Like, what? That doesn't really make sense to me. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for this video. I should have more coming in the near future, so you know, do all that good stuff. Like and subscribe. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys on the next one.